Oh man, everything was looking bearish. I also mentioned that everything was like bearish, so that actually gave me like on like trust issues, right? Like, hey, if everything wants to dump,
Hmm.
that's kind of like not a good thing. Maybe we might be seeing a couple of things reversing. I did went to bed, and around 4 a.m. the thing pumped on me, and that's it. But other than that, doing great. Bread's still looking good. We were looking at Trump last time; it did pumped. Jasmine's still not doing much. Useless. It did pump. Did having to break out and retest. We'll see. Maybe we can long useless today. We'll see. In APT, just breaking it
Useless.
was yes,
You like that coin now,
useless.
don't you?
I
That's your new
like it,
favorite
man.
degenerate. It's like grass, useless. Next one's tacos. Trump always chickens out.
Love it, love it. I mean, I don't know. It's like the name. It's so like describable, right? It's just so accurate that I don't know. It make me attracted to it.
Hmm. Well, it's doing its job then. If it's working on you, then because you're pretty good with not trading shit coins. But I mean, lately,
Oh,
I think you're
lately.
catching the hacker flu.
I think, man, I think maybe I need to stop looking at some meme coins instead of getting back at Bitcoin. I don't know. But Bitcoin, on the other hand, it's looking weak. It's looking weak to me.
It
Let
is
me bring
so
up my
it is
chart.
so choppy right now, Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I've taken 3 longs on Solana today, and I'm printing,
Let's
baby.
go. Nice, nice. All right, so guys, this is what I got on Bitcoin. By the way, trading view's been a little weird today. It kind of like cuts the RAM. It's not on your computer, it's on their servers, right? So that's why, for example, if I turn this on, you'll see that, well, not anymore, but it did had like a real symbol. So just make sure that if you turn something on and it's not showing, let me see if I can replicate that. Well, not really. Let me see here. Yeah, I cannot replicate that anymore. But the point is that just go inside settings, change something, change it back, click OK, and that will force TradingView to reload your RAM or your the RAM that they give you on their servers. Right, so that will get your indicator back and running. Something important, and let me bring this up really quickly. Let me just get this out of the way so I can log into Discord. And bear with me because this isn't important. Uh yeah, sure. Good. So if we go to there we go, Discord, we take a look at our chart prem server, and then we go lower here and we look for my little corner that is additional content, right? And then important classes, and then all the way up to the very first class. This is one of the most important classes. It's a
And
little
then we
bit
see the
out to
price
date
ranging, right?
based on your market oracle, but everything works exactly the same. The only thing is that instead of messing with sensitivity and agility, now you just messing with sensitivity or trendy. That's the only thing, right? And everything's still exactly the same. But here's the important part. When we're talking about reversals, this is how reversals work. The logic behind reversals, it's still the same, all right? But that takes us to, well, the patterns of reversals. We have three sets of reversals. Like the first one that everybody likes, the second one that is a breakout reversal, retest, or supporting continuation, right? And the third one that is the one that I believe that we are in right now. So we're coming down. We have a reversal instead of a full-fledged reversal. We hit a resistance and we range. When we range, we technically are creating a flat positive bearish continuation, and then the thing can keep going downwards, like for example right here on this example right here, right? So coming down, reversal, ranging, flat positive bearish continuation, and then that bearish continuation. So let's go here and let me turn on my indicators here, and you'll see right here that we have, first we have a big dump, big body candle going through dynamic reactor 30 minutes. All right. We're also below the zero line right in here. Right. We have tried to break or hit that dynamic corrector without success of breaking through. And the most important part in key is that we had the reversal. Right. So once again, coming down, reversal, range. The most likely scenario is that we break to the downside and have a lower target. Another important thing is look at that in here we have a reversal and we pop up, right? Right here we have a reversal, so we can still do one more drive, maybe do a lower high and then breaking out the support. We also, if we bring this up, we're also going to be seeing, there we go, that we have some smart money entries in here, which could be pushing down and then up the price action. So that's why I believe that here we might be able to bounce, but seems like right now we are actually breaking through with this within this candle. So what's gonna be the next
Dump it.
target? Yeah, dump it, baby. Next target that I'm looking at, it is at 111, 174, right around the POC, money flow POC. So when we start hitting that area, I'm going to be taking a look at if I should be jumping into a trade. As you can see, my next entry, well, I have prepared a box for a possible entry, and I do have a target if we dump within 1 or 2 candles. I think the whiplash is going to go all the way to 109,800. So keep an eye on the 30 minutes. I think it's going to be very revealing, especially defining the direction on the 4 hours. So that's what I'm seeing here today on Bitcoin. Let me know, Alex, how is it going with Solana?
Solana, I'm out now, but it's been a good day. Overextended now. So if we're looking at the charts, Bitcoin's actually sweeping the low right now. Might consider a long. Might take a little stab here and see if we can push up. Depends on how it closes just now. Zooming in, obviously on shorter term time frames here. This is just a very short scalp, but we've just swept this low in here. Seeing if we can reclaim and push back in here. We are trying to hold on to this trend line here. So let's see what happens. For now, just trying to be the patient trader, which isn't always easy in this environment. Today is the day where you make a couple decisions. Either you're going to trade and you're going to take profits very quickly, or you don't trade and you get some popcorn and you enjoy your day. Okay, because today is a very stressful day. It's FOMC, so you need to at all costs protect your capital. That is your job today. Okay, so Solana, I got long here. I got long here. Okay, just some easy peasy lemon squeezy trades, just buying the momentum, right? Getting out pretty quickly, that kind of deal. So, and I'm looking for Solana to come actually back down to 196 right now, sweep this liquidity. So if this, then that. This looks dumpy to me, overextended. So with Solana, obviously the ETF, you have a nice accumulation. You have the nice SFP into a buy level down here. And then the bounce out of that, right? So if this, then that kind of trading right now, just trying to remain patient. Bitcoin is clearly rolling over right now. Okay, so no bounce just yet. Looking for Bitcoin to possibly come down to 110 today if it's going to lose this key support, and it appears as so that it is. So if this, then that. This is looking quite dumpy, so I would not trade this just yet. Looking like it's going to roll over here and go 0. So be patient here. Clearly a big rejection SFP rollover this morning. So no bueno means no trading unless you're shorting up here. But for now, it's about being patient. If we zoom out, like I was talking about before, what we can see here is that Bitcoin has done a great job and swept the highs. Okay, we are currently trying to hold this breakout retest right here. Doesn't look like it's going to hold, guys. So that means that I'm looking for this thing to retrace. Means I'm looking for a golden pocket retracement back into this area down in here around 110. Okay. Very simple. So just trying to stay like level-headed in this environment. It's going to be a doozy today. It's going to be very volatile. Okay, so for me, it's about setting the trap, being patient, and letting price action come to me. Look at Solana here. Let's take a look at Solana 12-minute. Yeah, coming down. So yeah, looks relatively weak, right? We can all agree on that. So we'll see. For me right now, yeah, Bitcoin. So we're looking for a retracement coming back down into here, grabbing this liquidity in here, 618, 110. So looking right here, this would be my ideal area for us to come into. That liquidity at the low here, okay, and trying to bounce out of that. Will we do it? We'll see. We'll see. We're not wizards. Right now, if we do bounce off of here and reclaim this trend line, then we're bullish again, right? So just being kind of open to whatever, right? As long as we're managing our risk and taking profits along the way, I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking some trades here. It's just remember we're going into news, and with news, your technical analysis can sometimes go out the window, right? So be aware of that, especially with Chair Powell. I mean, he's always going to he'll do something. He'll do something that you don't expect, right? So be aware of that. Very important. Okay. Things I'm looking at to buy. I like Aerodrome right now. I had a nice push yesterday. Anything under $1 Aerodrome, something I've been buying. So that's not financial advice. It's just something I'm looking at right now. And Hype's done well as okay. So like these tokens are looking good. As you can see, a lot of these things have had that nasty wick. Okay, accumulation. Some of them are breaking out. Not all of them. A lot of them are still down in here. As we can see, Hype is not one of them. Okay, so looking good there. Injective also, I like Injective here. Let's see if we bounce out of here. Looking for that bounce. And continuation on Injective. Hasn't had that run up that I would like. All the way back up to obviously $12, but we'll see if this and that, right? Prepared. We'll see if it does want to continue to push. Going back to Solana here. So yeah, I'm looking for the retest at 196 on Solana. Looking for a structure in here. And maybe we get that at FOMC. Otherwise, we're looking to sweep these lows. We have swept this high in here, which is good. Okay, so just a little order block retest in here would be nice. Patience. Looking at our welcome to Solana ETF yesterday. Yeah, continuing to roll over here. So looking to fill this gap from this morning on Solana here. Not looking too hot. Okay. NASDAQ, very overextended. These are the things that are concerning me going into FOMC. This is all liquidity. Why wouldn't the FOMC take some sort of opportunity, to send the market down? Because that's it, right? Like this is a time where market gets an opportunity to put in a candle like this. Okay? So we'd like to catch this, but it's not easy. Same with the S&P, right? We just keep pushing, right? We keep pushing here. Look at all these gaps that need to be filled. Pretty wild, right? So today's an opportunity. Maybe we have a correction. I don't know. And then we get the China news tomorrow, and then we go to Valhalla, right? Like, just be prepared. I think that's going to be critical going into an event like this. What do you think, OC?
Oh, absolutely. A lot of shakeout is going to be happening today. Although I think we also could be looking for taking opportunities. I don't know. Looking for some, I would say, crazy lows would be a good opportunity to maybe start looking on those lows for a bounce up. Although I'll be very, very careful. I think I'm still going to be trying to get some trades. Then you mentioned that you're gonna be streaming today FOMC, right?
Yeah, man.
Let's go. Where can we follow you?
Yeah, just over on my channel, Alex Crypto. That's it. Come and hang out,
Let's
talk a lot of shit, press a lot of buttons. That's it.
love it. Let's go. That's what I like. Talking shit and pressing buttons. Love it. Talking about shit coins. Let's take a look at a couple of those, shall we? I mean, let me get started here, sharing my screen. And by the way, by no means I want to push you into buying some shit coins today, but I also want to go over a couple of things that could be moving strongly. And those are going to be some meme coins that you can still dump a little bit and then have a big bounce to the upside. And I just want to watch them for that possible opportunity. Not telling you that I'm going to be buying them, but I absolutely want to keep an eye on those. So let me first get my Discord up and running here. And of course, get my screen share here with you. All right, so let's go take a look at useless. All right, because useless has been absolutely useless so far. It haven't been moving. We're looking for this rejection, played out very nicely, but it got stuck right here. Let me just get rid of everything here. Let me turn everything off. There we go. It is the thing. The thing is very, very, very flat. We did had an alert, which was for Solana, and also we had a useless alert right here yesterday, 28th. Right, because it went all the way down to have that double bottom. It haven't still broken above the dynamic reactor, but that's what I'm looking for, right? For to hold dynamic reactor or to break the area of support. In the middle, I'm not doing much, but I also can see, there we go, that we have a balloon dog. There we go. Here, right, patterning here. So maybe we can go for a possible long if we can hold the previous lows somewhere around these areas right here, but we'll see. Do expect some volatility to happen there and maybe a bounce back up. So let me bring the rest of my indicators. Something important is that the next area of support is all the way down there, so holding this area will be a little bit of a miracle. But still, if we get somewhere around, let me get it right here at 0.27, I'm gonna be looking at my oscillator. So important, I'm gonna be looking for this flip of the ribbon as we come back down, even depending on how Bitcoin reacts. If it really dumps, we might be able to get some entries somewhere around 0 to 0.26 areas right down here on our previous liquidity zones on useless. I want to go over also APT. APT was looking pretty good until it had a big rejection. Let me get rid of all of this spaghetti. And let's go a little bit far back in here, right? So this is a trend line that I've been tracking. And as you can see, it fell below the trend line. Right now, retest the trend line and is having a rejection. Something that I would actually call this is it is, hey, you know what? Next rejection, the next thing that we should be looking for, it is a lower low. And you know that, or you can see right here that I have my entry box right down there, and I do have another alert at 3.013. But the only thing that I'm not liking is that we are back above that zero line on our oscillator. Why am I not liking that? That's because whenever we're above the oscillator on above the zero line, we tend to be bullish. Let me show you a couple of examples in here. And this is a little trick when you use your oscillator. If we measure, or if we just look for when the dynamic reactor the ribbon broke above the zero line and stood above that zero line, right? And then it broke, of course, we can pinpoint areas of extreme bullishness. Like, for example, right here at the breakout, not even at the flip of the ribbon, by the way. And then again at the breakout. And you'll see that starting here, confirmation, breakout, retest, and then we ended up going even higher, right? A couple of other stuff that we look in here, just because we are seeing it right now. It is coming back down and then back up. This one shows equilibrium because it's the amount of down that it's amount of up, right, which indicates ranging. And of course, we did range. So far, we are above the zero line. We just had, there we go, a breakout here. All right. So as long as we can hold our position above the zero line, I think we can still have the chance to break to the upside. But so far, as we stand, well, I'm going to be looking for the fail of the support area. Let me just bring my indicator. There we go. And you'll see that not only right here we have a support, we have a multiple sets of support. So if we have a continuation, I'll be looking for a V-shaped recovery like this, right? So look for your flip with ribbon, look for your big areas of support, and look for your entry area. So far, I'm going to be adding an alert right at 327 to be like within the bulk of the liquidity zones. So what is that? Basically, right here we have one liquidity zone, we have another liquidity zone, we have a support, we have another support. So if we average down this area, I would say that this is the center of it. So that's where I'm aiming for a possible entry if we dump to that area. If not, well, then I'm just going to be looking for breakout, retest, continuation, but that will be on its time. Let me go over a couple of other things. Like, for example, if you look at Jasmine, Jasmine's been just freakingly doing nothing. We have two scenarios here. Let me clear this up. In one of those scenarios, it is the bearish scenario, which it seems to be the one playing out, right? So bouncing here, going up, right? Having a little bit of a bright spot. And the only thing that we need to actually finish that bearish scenario will be a rejection of that zero line right around this zone. So let me just move it. There it is, somewhere around that zone. And we're then looking for that continuation downwards. Why am I looking at Jasmine? Because despite it had a pretty nice Wyckoff range, I believe that this still could be a flood pause bearish continuation, especially because we have the next most important predictive range right down here at 0.0075, and that could be making some downwards pressure. Not only that, we also have some soft order block. So if we reject out of the money flow POC as we have been doing, I don't know, and I don't think that that soft order block is gonna hold anymore. So yeah, that's what I'm using. That's what I'm saying on Jasmine for hours. What do you think, Alex? Are you gonna be trading something today around the FOMC, or are you gonna be doing just some popcorn?
Oh, you know me. I'll be scalping it. Uh, there's a couple little tricks to FOMC. Uh, if you know, you know, kind of deal. That's kind of the thing. Uh, there's always there's one move and then another move. So like if we're looking in general, if you look at going back testing, I mean this is short-term time frame stuff, but if you go and back test here on any sort of news events, right? You get whatever inflation data, whatever. You're typically going to have three moves: the real move, the liquidation, and then the continuation of the real move. Okay. Now it's not easy, but I'll come back here tomorrow and I'll show you exactly what it is. Okay, so you're gonna have the Darth Maul candle. This will be your whatever. 3 minutes. In 3 minutes this happens, okay? And it'll be this candle. It'll look like this. But if you're able to read this thing, you can make a lot of money off of it, meaning that if you recognize and identify the first move, okay, that will allow you to get into the next move, right? So for me, looks like we're rolling over here hard. For me, it's once I recognize the first move, the direction. So it can be up or down. Okay? Up or down. Doesn't really matter. Up or down. So once I recognize, okay, let's say this is up, right? I'm going to wait for everybody to FOMO in, and then the price will come back liquidate all those FOMO people, and then it will go the direction that I want to go, right? That I've identified, right? So that's going to allow me to take advantage of this, right? Sorry, I just long Solana. We're going to the moon here. Order block retest continuation trade. Bounce mofo. Come on. You guys cannot fade a chart prime order block. Trying to bounce. We'll see if it bounces. It's not financial advice, okay? Make sure you're using good risk management. Could still come down. That's why we use good stop loss. Okay? Trying to bounce. We'll see. Can we bounce? So yeah, you got to recognize the direction, and then once you recognize the direction, it's about participating safely, right? So who cares about the first move? Like, let's say it dumps and it comes back and it gets everybody who's going short, right? Okay. Who cares about when you get on this ride here? You just want to be correct with direction, right? And you want to pay yourself really fast. That's going to be critical, okay? Is to take the money and run in this environment, okay? So that's typically how I trade it. If you're looking for things to buy, you can set some limit orders on spot, which is another good idea, because you're typically going to get a move in both directions, okay? Push Solana, you namby-pamby. My God, how hard is it for it to move halfway up the candle? That's all I want. It's too hard, eh? I think so. Oh, see, I'm going to close this here. Might close it at a little loss. That's fine. Yeah, I'm out. That's fine. On to the next one. We'll see if we do bounce. But that's typically, don't trade while teaching. That's typically, what I look for. And it's about being patient here, right? Like you're not looking to make $1 million on FOMC. You might get some good buy levels, okay? You might get some good reactions. But at the end of the day, your job is to preserve your capital, right? My warning sign is the Nasdaq's overextended, the S&P is overextended. These are opportunities for the market to take some liquidity out of the market and then bounce it. Okay, so I am still bullish, but I am aware that they will use today as a day to come and get you kind of deal. Okay, so be aware of that, please. Please, please, please. Okay. And that's how I would treat it. Do you have any strategies how you do FOMC there, OC, or what?
Oh yeah, I do. What I usually do with that is I use my what is it? Not Gaussian channel. Come on, what is it? The volume profile bar magnifier order blocks. Let me bring it up in here really quickly. Also, I want to resolve a couple of questions here. Rajat says, "Hey, bro, your indicators repaint," and no, they don't. Don't trust me. You can go check out the same code. You're using a free indicator, so it's open source. You can go check that out. Open up the Pine script and check it out. It's not repainting. Repainting, maybe you get a little bit of that. I do see that you have maybe the repainting thing a little bit off. Right? Repainting is when there is a signal and then the signal changed. All right. So we don't change signal. Once a signal is printed, it's printed. So it is not lagging. I mean, it's not repainting.
There we go. Re-entered Sol. Quick $600. Nice.
Go. Yeah, that's not repainting, my friend. That is not repainting. If you just read it, read the code, it's right then there. It is recalculating, which is differently because it is a trend forecast. So it's using new data to predict the future pivot point. So the new data will predict the new point. So remember, I mean, there's no way that something can actually know exactly the pivot point. And as you go, for example, right here, let me show you. You actually will be like you repaint your own charts, right? Even humans need to recalculate. That is statistics. So, for example, when you come in here and then you have an invalidation point right there, then you know that you're going lower. So your pivot is no longer here. It's going to be projected at the previous area of resistance. So it's not repainting. It is actually recalculating, because if you check out your trend duration forecast, by the way, that is a free indicator. That is what is it doing. And you're using trend duration forecast. I don't know what you have the HLL, because the trend duration forecast that you are showing, it is differently from the one that we're having. So just also make sure that you're using the actual chart prime one and not being confused on that. But yeah, other than that, let me just get rid of this. And the one that I like in here, it's also a free indicator made by Jacob Maccabee, the co-founder of Chart Prime. And what I use is these order blocks in here as my entry points. For example, if I'm looking at Bitcoin, I will be looking at the next area, something like 105, just in case we have this kind of like a movement. That's going to be my first entry for this trade. Nonetheless, when we are throughout or in the FOMC meeting, I'll do the 5 minutes and use the exact same tool. So look at this. I'm going to be looking for a next possible entry somewhere around 111. 111 sharp and maybe 110 for 100. So somewhere there in the middle. And the thing got removed. So for some reason, let me Control C. I don't know why. I did not press delete, but here it is. So that is the trick that I use using this volume profile bar magnifier areas. And I'm also looking at how sharp will the movement will be. So that's what I got. Let me get it back. By the way, guys, we're at the end of the show. We have also plus class today. Anything else that you would like to show, Alex? Let me know.
No, just be safe right now. Bitcoin's rolling over. We're currently entering a liquidity zone right now, so we could sweep and bounce from where we are right now. Just wait for confirmation, and don't be just, I scalp, so I'm in and out pretty quickly. Don't think that you can just enter on a trade, and for me, I'm pretty quick. So right now, Bitcoin's absolutely dumping. So you should be waiting for Bitcoin to bottom and then possibly look for a reversal. Not until then, kind of deal. So be safe, everybody. Make sure you use good risk management. And today's a good day to probably not trade. Just letting you know.
Absolutely. All right. So we have a question about the last indicator that I use. I popped it up in here for you guys. So just click it, add it to your favorites, and use it. So, guys, thank you so much for joining. As always, Alex, thank you so much for the masterclass. And as always, guys, see you guys tomorrow.